Hello, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tab. Did you know that the VA puts out notifications, news releases, and allows the public to respond to that public notice regarding changes to our benefits, a 60-day window to provide our comments? They do. And I'll tell you, one of the ones that really bother me that came through was about a year ago, 11 months ago or so. And, it's older news, but I got to thinking about it last night, and I thought there's probably a lot of us that don't even know that this is still floating around. I haven't seen anything contrary yet. When this first came out, a lot of us were on pins and needles waiting to see what the VA was going to do. And I had a lot of folks that I know rushing through trying to get their claims through before this stuff got enacted. Now, again, it was about a year ago. It was, I believe, in February of 2022. The Office of Public and Intergovernmental Affairs posted this news release. And, it's sad because often it's us hearing it from a friend, or maybe we went to a veteran service rep or something like that, and that's where we heard it. We don't actually get that information ourselves, and especially if you're not already connected to the VA. So if you're just getting out or you've never filed a claim, the chances of you hearing this stuff is very slim. So the VA put out this news release, and this news release essentially said that the VA proposes updates to its rating schedule for respiratory, auditory, and mental disorders. Well, what does that mean? Don't know yet, so let's read into it, right? So at the first glance, you don't know what that really means. Are they going to add stuff? Are they going to make things easier? What's happening? And I'll tell you right now that there's three things, because it's the respiratory, auditory, and mental. Two are horrible, and one is good. So I'll start with the bad, right? So the bad is what they're looking to do, the VA, is, and again, I haven't seen anything that said they're not moving forward with this. It's been hanging out there for 11 months. The wheels move slow. So with that being said, if you have any of these conditions that would be negatively impact, file that claim as quickly as possible. So that way you could be grandfathered in if you can get granted prior to the any negative changes. So sleep apnea, what they're looking to do is change the rating, and they're not very specific with it, but change the rating to be more reflective of the response to treatment. So in other words, if you get treated and then the doctor says, well, you're good with this treatment, no issues with this treatment, then the rating will be much less, right? Where today, if your treatment involves a CPAP, well, then you're looking at a 50% rating for that type of treatment. But if your treatment is fine with the CPAP, I could envision that would be a much drastically lower, much lower rating than the current 50%. The next one's tinnitus. Okay, so that is the most common rating, I believe, out there. The most common, the most awarded claim is for tinnitus. And although it's only 10% rating, it's important. It's a very, very important rating for a lot of us out there because it opens the door to a lot of other opportunities, such as, let's use California as a example for the benefits that they have there. If you are a rated service member with the VA at any rating, 10%, right? So you get your 10% for tinnitus. Now California recognizes you as a disabled veteran, and your dependent children, however many you got, if you got 7 of them running around, your 7 dependent children can go to any state school tuition free, all the way through to a doctorate, as long as they do not exceed, and I can't remember off the top of my head, either the income limit or age limit. So very important stuff. This, to be labeled as a, labeled a funny word, right? But welcome to today. To have the designation of disabled veteran can also help you with other things like being able to get onto any military base, go to the PX, go to the commissary, utilize the gas stations, be able to use the MWR facilities. So it's a very, very important rating, and especially because that's the most common. There's a lot of folks out there that's just their only rating. So anyway, tinnitus. So that's the second one that doesn't look good, because what they're looking to do, to get to my point, tinnitus, what they're looking to do is treat tinnitus as a symptom instead of a condition. So you're not going to get rated for any sort of symptom. You're going to get rated for a condition. So if your tinnitus does not get linked to a specific condition that the VA recognizes for service-connected compensation, you're out of luck. So it's just another hurdle for everybody to go through. And again, tinnitus, 10%, they're looking to use it as a symptom rather than a condition. The third one, which is actually a little bit of good news if it goes into effect, is mental health disorders. So if you've ever read the mental health criteria in the schedule of ratings, you'll see, it's especially, just read the 100%er one. It's intensive. And so what they're looking to do, potentially, is make some changes to the VA's rating schedule and make it to where the ratings are based more on the impact to your life, and really kind of focus on that, right? So the impacts of your life, not these things that you might do, right? Because it's kind of listed out like you're, all these things that you may do or how you're acting or behaving or whatever. So it's going to get rid of some of that language and incorporate more language that has to do with more along the lines of impact for your life. And I'll put the whole thing down in the description, the notice that came out, so you can read that. And then you can also obviously go onto the schedule of ratings and read this stuff for yourself. One of the other things with the mental health aspect, which is really, really important, is that for a 100% rating with the VA for a mental health condition, the rating schedule says that you must have total occupational and social impairment. Now, they're going to, if this goes through, get rid of that. So that language will then go away, and you don't need to meet that as a qualifier for the 100% rating in mental health. So with that, I'll go ahead and cut it here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being a subscriber. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up for me. Share with a friend. All that good stuff helps to circulate this information. I appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.